You know, sometimes we get great political theater in this country. And one of those days happened yesterday with the Senate hearings on Goldman Sachs. And while I was working, I happened to see a bunch of it out of the corner of my eye. And I guess I would sum it up by quoting Senator Levin, the dogged senator from Michigan, who said at one point, "You knew it was a shitty deal, and that's what your email showed." I think for a lot of people that was the first time they actually heard a United States senator use an expletive in public, in a public hearing. And I think it did sum up really the notion of what Goldman Sachs has done. Even though Goldman Sachs, throughout all those hours, all their executives tried to dodge and frankly did not tell the truth, in my opinion, Levin summed it up correctly. And we got a great window on the scam that Goldman Sachs and Wall Street perpetrated on the American people. And they made a bunch of money doing that, partly based on our taxpayer money that we helped bail them out with. But the real story is what's not being said. Look, Goldman Sachs, their business model is to make money. And the job of Congress is to make sure that that kind of business model doesn't get out of control. And that the worst trends of our economy and the worst trends of Wall Street are held in check by the people we elect as guardians against that kind of abuse. And that's where it failed. Because our legislators over the last few years have been bought and paid for by big corporations, by special interests, and in particular by Wall Street. And right now, this very day, the same thing is happening. Over the last couple of weeks, if you watched this video and seen my press releases and statements, I've called on my opponent, Kirsten Gillibrand, to give back every single dime that she's collected from Goldman Sachs. Yesterday's hearing should show again why Gillibrand and every United States senator, whether you're a Democrat or Republican, and every member of the House should not hold on to a single dime that they got from Goldman Sachs. And it is not relevant whether Goldman Sachs has been found in a court of law to be guilty or not guilty. We have to hold our legislators to a much higher standard. And if we do not do that, then we're going to be back again in the same place with the same crisis, because these special interests are going to keep buying our legislators, and then the legislators and the regulators will not be watching over them. So again, I'm calling on Kirsten Gillibrand to give back every dollar. I want every other Democratic member of the House and the Senate to give back the money. And I'm issuing again a second letter today to Tim Kaine, the chair of the Democratic National Committee, and actually to Michael Steele, the chair of the Republican National Committee. We need to act as patriots, as American citizens, not as Democrats or Republicans. We have to cleanse the system. There should not be a single elected official who has a single dime from Goldman Sachs. That is legalized corruption. It must stop now.